All right, my topic is no team, no money. No team, no money. You know, without a team, it's going to be difficult to make a significant amount of money in this business. And sponsoring is the answer. Sponsoring is the lifeblood of your business. Now, I'm going to be using the word sponsoring and recruiting interchangeably here because it's the same thing pretty much. You know, you can always tell what your month will look like based on how many new market partners were added to your organization the month before. Now, when you bring people into this business, you'll be instrumental in making a difference in their life because they'll be blessed financially, they'll be blessed with time freedom, personal growth, and, of course, friendships. And I always say it's easier to give birth than to resurrect the dead. So just focus on bringing in new market partners and not trying to continue convincing those on your team who aren't doing anything to get busy. Just don't beat a dead horse. Now, you can sell products and you can earn some extra money, but recruit, sponsor, build a network, and you can earn a fortune. Let me ask you a couple of simple questions. Why do people start a network marketing business? The answer is they started their business because someone asked them. This should not be surprising as our business is word of mouth, and unless you connect with your prospects, how will they know how incredible Monat is? Next question, why do people, what's the number one reason people don't start a network marketing business? The answer is exactly the same. Nobody asked them. Prospects are not going to come knocking on your door. You have to reach out to them, and preferably before someone else does. And you know, as you share Monat with your prospects, just keep in mind that everyone can plug into your business one of three ways. So there's something here for everyone. That can be a market partner, that can be a customer, VIP or retail, or they can be a connector. They can connect you to people that Monat may be a fit for. As a matter of fact, you should view every market partner that you bring into your business as a doorway to hundreds of people that you don't know. You will never run out of one market if you follow this philosophy. I honestly believe that it is impossible to run out of prospects if you just simply learn to ask this simple question. Who do you know? Who do you know that looks at other ways of generating income? Who do you know that's a go-getter? Who do you know? That's something you should ask everybody that you meet. Now, when looking at recruiting new team members, don't prejudge, don't hesitate, and don't hold back. If you're actively looking for prospects, you're going to find them everywhere you go. It's really not going to be difficult to find people with skin and hair. If you wait for them to jump in front of you, be prepared to wait a while. Approach people and talk about the business every opportunity that you get. If an opportunity doesn't present itself, create one. How? Well, let me give you a couple of ideas. When you're out and about and you see someone you would like to approach about your business, simply say something like, "You look so familiar. Are you with Monat?" That's a perfect conversation starter. You know, they may simply say no, and if they're not friendly, you don't want them on your team anyway, right? You may start a banter of, you know, where do you go to church? Where do your kids go to school? Because you're trying to figure out where you may know each other from. Or they may simply say, you know, sorry, no, what's Monat? I've never heard of that. Or you could say, oh, my goodness, you have such amazing hair. I noticed that in my business. And they may say, oh, you must be a hairstylist. And you can reply, well, actually, I'm just helping to launch a new age prevention hair care company in this area. It's Monat. Have you heard of it? Well, of course, their answer is going to be no. Then you can say, well, let me just see if I have some samples. You'll absolutely love it. And I promise to follow up with you if you promise to use the sample. And, you know, just a little extra side note here, make sure you never leave home without having samples. And you always want to get a phone number to follow up with them. If they won't give you a number, don't give them your samples. Let them know that you have to follow up, that you are professional, and professionals always follow up. And you don't follow up by email. You prefer to talk to your potential customers. Now, who talks to the most people and who hears the most no's will always make the most money, period. All you need is a belief in the products, the business, and a dose of courage. Don't prejudge. Let people decide if Monat is a fit for them. Don't decide for them. Offer the business to everyone with or without hair. Don't hesitate and don't hold back. The more people that you approach, the more appointments you'll make, and the more people that you will recruit. There is nothing worse than attending an event and your neighbor is there or your cousin is there, and they're there as someone else's guest. And you know what's worse? They were actually on your list. You just kept putting off calling them because they were on your chicken list and you were scared to call them. And look, they're there and they're interested. So don't hold back, don't hesitate, and just ask away. Now, I want to teach you 5 recruiting principles today. I want to teach you how to invite. And you know, when you learn these principles, they're going to transform your business. And how to invite, I want to teach you some simple verbiage that will get your prospects attending your events. I want to teach you how to sort for leaders and how to close a prospect. I hope this is going to be information that you can use. So here's the recruiting principles. Duplication, the more you talk, the less they'll hear. Build relationships, recruit with integrity, and lead by example. Now, first up, duplication. First, you want to make sure that you're a good copy to duplicate. To determine that, ask yourself this simple question. What would your team look like if everyone on your team did what you did every day? How much money would you make? The good news is that you don't have to sponsor the world if you learn how to duplicate. Let's say you want to recruit 1,000 people into your organization. What if you recruit 1 person per month? How long would it take you to recruit 1,000 market partners? 83 years. I don't think you like that plan of action. Now, what if you sponsored 1 person per week? It'll still take 20 years to sponsor 1,000. But what if you taught every new market partner that you sponsor to go out and immediately sponsor a new market partner and have that new market partner do the same thing? You want to know what that would look like? This is what it would look like. If you only sponsored 1 market partner per month and every market partner on your team did the same thing, your organization would look something like this at the end of the year. Month 1, you find 1, and now there's 2 people on your team. Month 2, you both go find 1, now there's 4 people on your team. That duplicates all the way down, and at the end of 12 months, you have 4,096 market partners on your team. Now, can you imagine what your team would look like if instead of just bringing in 1 new market partner per month, you consistently did Monat math and you added 3 new market partners per month along with your 3 VIPs? But if you just added 3 new market partners per month and you taught every person on your team to do the exact same thing, and remember, that's our system for success here. Want to see what that looks like? Wow. It would look like this. Now, actually, it would be more than this because month 1, you're going to bring in 3, so you actually would have 4 people on your team. But this is still getting your attention, I hope. Now, we know that, at the end of the year, if everybody consistently did Monat math on your team from the get-go, at the end of the year, you would have over 500,000 market partners on your team. And we know that everyone's not going to do the Monat math and get their 3 plus 3 every month. But what if only 10% of them did, you included? You would still have over 50,000 market partners on your team. Do you see the power of exponential growth? The magic happens when you get a large number of people doing just a few simple things consistently over an extended period of time. Think about this. It's huge. Now, let me ask you this. How about recruiting to invite versus inviting to recruit? Now, let me explain. When you have a Meet Monat event coming up, okay, what do you usually do? You invite prospects, and you feel pretty confident that if they show up, they're going to sign up as a new market partner. So 1 guest equal 1 new market partner. That's called inviting to recruit. And that's good, but that's not great. Far more powerful and effective is recruiting to invite. So instead of inviting all week long, hoping to get people to show up at your event and only being able to sign up those prospects that you invited, what if you use your tools, the website, 3-way calls, the recorded webinars our founders have done, or a more immediate event like a sit-down one-on-one at Starbucks to recruit those people ahead of time before your Meet Monat event. And now they are in the business. They can make their list and invite all of their prospects to the Meet Monat event. Isn't that a better plan? This is what it kind of looks like. Compare the difference. You personally invite to get one prospect, hoping to recruit one, or invite that person early in the week, and then help them invite 20 to 30 from their fresh, untapped list to attend the big event. And if 4 to 6 people show up, your potential for new recruits that day went from 1 to possibly 5. So don't put off recruiting by inviting to an event that's several days or weeks away, but rather recruit your prospect immediately so you can go hit their list and bring a flood of potential market partners to the big events. So if you have a weekly event, don't lose the days in between. If you have a Thursday event and let's say today is Monday, I would not call and invite people to Thursday. I would use the tools to expose them right now and recruit them on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with the intent to recruit them and invite their prospects to the big event on Thursday. Then you're not just getting production one day a week, but every day. So instead of recruiting to invite. So instead of inviting to recruit, recruit to invite. So instead of recruiting to, recruit through. That's when it starts getting really fun. Now, the more you talk, the less they will hear. There is a direct link between simplicity and impact. The more you say, the less they'll hear. I'll give you an example. Let's say you're looking for a husband. You go to a singles networking event. You walk in, and there he is. You see him, and you go, oh, gosh, he's the one. I know he is. So you walk over to him, and immediately you say to him, hi, my name's Teresa, and, I'm looking for a husband, and I'm pretty sure you're him. And, tonight I could actually have dinner with you. Maybe tomorrow you could meet my parents, and maybe we could meet your parents this weekend. I like dogs, and I don't know, you might like cats. I don't know if you like kids or not, but I wouldn't mind having a couple of kids. And then what do you think this guy would do? He would bolt, right? That's what we're doing to our prospects. We're throwing up all over them. And then the next time they see you coming, they're going to run. So stop throwing up on people. Stop talking too much. And we do this when we're inviting, and that's why your prospects are not showing up for your events, because you've already given them an entire presentation when you call to invite them. So they don't see the point in attending. They feel like they have already heard all of it, right? Now, ours is a relationship business, so you must build relationships. If you take away the relationship aspect of our business, nothing separates you from any other retailer or direct seller. There's a lot of great companies and great products out there, and the only thing that cannot be copied or imitated is your relationship with other people. You will waste all the time and energy that you spent on finding prospects and acquiring new market partners if you neglect to build relationships with them. People sign with people they like, and they stay with people they like. Take care of your team, take care of your customers, or someone else will. And then you always want to sponsor with integrity. Integrity is basically doing what's right when no one is looking. Now, if a guest of a market partner attends your event, you always refer them back to the person who invited them. Why? Because it's the right thing to do. And you guys know what's the number one enemy of our business? It's hype. Have you ever been tempted by an ad for a product that just sounded too good to be true? And when it didn't perform the way it had promised, you were not happy, and you have vowed you will never do business with that company again, and you'll tell everybody who asks you the same. If you tell someone that they can make, $5,000 or $10,000 a month within 4 to 6 months, and that doesn't happen, you're going to have an upset market partner on your hands. Monat's enough. We don't need to add any hype. We have an incredible compensation plan. And if you back your belief in Monat with realistic explanations and an authentic desire to help your prospects, you can build a stable organization of market partners who understand that financial rewards follow hard work and commitment. Our amazing business opportunity does not need any embellishment. Now, repetition is the mother of learning, so here's one you're going to continue to hear: lead by example. You cannot expect other people to do what you don't do. The highest income earners in this industry are the ones who recruit consistently, and they expect the people they recruit to do the same thing. And then after they build an impressive organization, they also stay away from managing rather than leading. They know what activities they did that got them to where they are and the activities that will keep them there. And fall in love with monotony. It's just simply doing the same simple things over and over and over. We only do 3 things in our business. We prospect, we present, and we duplicate. That's it. We do nothing else. We prospect, which is finding people to talk to. We present, which is talking to the people that we find. And then we duplicate that by teaching them to do exactly the same thing. It's 3 things. You get good at those 3 things. You don't have to know anything else. And it's not enough to just bring new people to the team. Now we've got to teach them to succeed, to take advantage of the fast start bonuses, to take advantage of the silver and the platinum bonuses by doing Monat math, the 3+1 and the 3+3, and to take advantage of the amazing rank advancement bonuses. Choose 4 people that you're going to help rank up every single month. And if you don't have 4, get out there and prospect, present, duplicate, and find 4. You advance by helping other people advance. That's the beauty of our plan. It's one simple step at a time. So let's talk about inviting. You sign new market partners by getting appointments on your calendar. Your goal when calling to invite someone to hear about Monat is to invite them. It is not to give them a presentation. Remember, our gal looking for a husband? Don't throw up all over your prospects. If they have lots of questions, put them on a 3-way call with your upline leader and let them answer the questions and give you some credibility. Now, why not pick an hour every day that fits your schedule and make it your power hour? The only calls that you make during this hour are calls to your new prospects, calls to your referrals, follow-up calls to prospects or those that you sampled, and, calls to your mother don't count here unless she's one of your active market partners. Now, some of you may be going, I can't make 10 calls in an hour. Well, the only way that you could not make 10 calls in an hour is if you're talking too much. And you want to start every call by introducing yourself and asking, is this a good time? If the answer is no, ask if tomorrow around the same time would be okay or if the weekend's better. Now, if the answer is yes, this is a good time, simply say, I'm so glad I caught you. Let me tell you why I'm calling. I'm launching a brand new company in this area, and I'm looking for some key people to partner with me. I'd love to schedule a time in the next couple of days to share it with you. Do you have any time tomorrow? That's simple. I didn't tell them about our incredible products, the key ingredients that help with hair regrowth. I just told them I was launching a new company, and I'm looking for some key people. Now, if they ask, what is it? Simply say, well, that's why I'd like to get together with you. It's really hard to explain over the phone. Now, they may ask the name of the company, and by all means, tell them it's Monat. If they ask, is it network marketing? I would say, absolutely. I wouldn't be involved if it wasn't. That shows confidence and belief in the industry and our company. Now, if their questions continue, rather than trying to just give them a barrage of answers and end up throwing up all over them, that's another reason to 3-way in your upline leader and let them, one more time, give you some credibility and answer those questions for you. That's how you learn the language. Now, if they can't get together prior to your next big event, then by all means, ask them to attend that event as your guest and let them know that they're welcome to bring a friend or two. And you may be thinking, I have a full-time job. I can't be doing one-on-ones every day. Well, if you don't have the time to do consistent one-on-ones, then your verbiage may sound a little bit more like this. Hey, Jane, this is Teresa. Do you have a second? Great. The reason I'm calling is I'm launching a new company in this area, and I'd love to have you attend my launch event. It's kind of like an open house for my new business. It's Thursday at 7. Can I count on you to be there? That's it. Now, she's probably going to say, what is it? And I would say, well, it's a new company just solely focused on age prevention hair care. Listen, it may not be a fit for you, but your support would really mean a lot to me. And after getting the details, I'm sure even if it's not a fit for you, you're going to think of a few people that it would be a perfect fit for. Now, if they ask, what is it? That's why I want you to come to the event so you can get all the details. Now, guys, when you take 15 to 20 minutes per call to invite people to coffee or to an event, Your prospect does not have time to make 10, 15 to 20-minute phone calls a day, and neither do you. The minute you first invite a prospect to an event or to book a one-on-one or to take a look at your business or your product, guess what? Your training with them starts the first time you speak with them. So if you made an inviting call to them that lasted 15 minutes and they get in, they think that's normal, and that will be what they duplicate. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, but you can salt his oats. So all you're doing is you're creating curiosity. You're salting their oats, which makes them want more, right? Okay. Now, sorting for leaders. You know, if I gave you a deck of cards right now, there would be 4 aces in it. And I could give 2 different people 2 different decks of cards and say, okay, let's race, right? And they'd start flipping over the cards. And you know what? One person's going to find that 4 aces faster than the other one. And that's exactly what happens in our business. But the difference is this. Some people, I've heard people say, oh, I got started before so-and-so, and they're already a founder. What's wrong with me? You know what? That founder they didn't get the founder faster because they were better. They just sort faster, right? You want to spend 1 minute with 100 people, not 100 minutes with one. What we tend to do is let's say we find a 6 of hearts, and we go, oh, she's got so much potential. Oh, my gosh, she needs this so bad. Oh, my goodness, this is such a good salesperson. I'm going to really spend some time trying to get her to be an ace. That's not sorting faster. Just remember that amateurs convince and professionals sort. You want to stop spending so much time trying to convince people to do what they just don't want to do. Sorting's fun, but convincing's draining. And if you have to convince them to join your team, you're going to have to convince them to work it, and chances are they won't be coachable. So just say next. Now let's talk about closing your prospects. This simple question can be used to close a market partner or a customer. Is there any reason we can't get you started right now? That's it. Now think about it. Your focus is always going to be on building a team and leading with the business. Don't lead with the product. Why not? You lead with the product and they say no, you have nowhere left to go. You lead with the business and they're not interested. Simply say, great, I'd love to have you as a customer. Do you prefer paying retail or do you like discounts? Well, I've never heard anybody say, in my 25 years, I have never heard anybody say, oh, I prefer to pay retail, right? Well, they're going to say, well, I'd like to hear discount, of course. Well, they've given you permission to now share our VIP program. And then, of course, you always ask, who do you know that's entrepreneurial, that looks at other ways of making money? Who do you know that's losing their hair? Who do you know whose hair's thinning, etc.? Remember, everyone that you meet is a doorway to hundreds of other people. And the most important part of this is once you ask the question, you make the presentation, and then you say, well, is there any reason we can't get you started right now? Don't say another word. If you've ever bought a car, what does the car salesman do? He writes down the amount. This is bottom line. This is what we want for the car. He slides it over, and he sits back, crosses his arms. He does not say another word. And the person who talks first usually gets the car. And that's really hard for us. But what will happen when you ask, is there any reason we can't get you started right now? They will give you all their either reasons or excuses. And there's reasons why people do things, and there's excuses why they don't. And it's usually going to be no time, no money. Or I don't know anybody, right? So don't say another word once you say, is there any reason we can't get you started right now? Because the reality is that most of us simply talk too much. And then you want to give yourself permission to succeed. Absolutely need to give yourself permission to succeed. I know you want it. I know you deserve it. And I know every one of you can do it that are listening to this call. It is time for you to step up to success, step out of your comfort zone. There's nothing there. That's actually your danger zone. And it's time for you to step into leadership with Monat by building an incredible team of market partners, because you lead the way. You set the example of how to sponsor and recruit. Thanks for joining me. Go out there and make it happen.